the hardest part about being inspired by something is being consistent with it. Because it's so easy to start things and then fall off for whatever reason or do it inconsistently. And the biggest challenge for me is always just reminding myself to be consistent, because habits are really easy to form even when we're not realizing it. But the more we do something, the more it becomes a habit. So that means the opposite. The more that we don't do something, the more that becomes a habit. So this is something that is very challenging for a lot of people, but I think the best thing to do to start is to do something small, something that you can consistently do every day. If you have a goal to paint, or a goal to exercise, or a goal to eat healthy, I think people strive for amazing goals, but sometimes we get a little over the top and set a goal that happens to be too large, too much of a change or a jump from what we're used to. So if someone wants to lose weight or eat healthy or stay fit, maybe they might plan to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and that is great. But for someone who might have never gone to the gym, or maybe just inconsistently gone to the gym, that goal itself can be self-defeating if they aren't consistent with it. Because the moment that they start not going to the gym when they say they wanted to, if they scheduled it 4 times a week and on the 4th day they're like, you know what, I want to take a break, the more that you do that, the more it becomes easier for you to not do those things. So if you're starting off a new goal, start off small. If you want to be creative and start creating more, start with a small goal. Do something like a doodle every day, 5 minutes a day. That's something so simple, no expectations. You don't really need much to do that. Same thing with exercising. If you want to work your way up to doing 4 or 5 days a week at the gym, or exercising 4 or 5 times a week, start with something small, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes of like light stretches, or a walk or a jog every day. That can be, or however you schedule it, 3 times a week. That can be the catalyst that gets you to the next step, which is going to the gym for an hour, those 3 times a week, to 4 times a week, to 5 times a week. But the more that you show up for yourself, and the more that you complete those things, the more you solidify to yourself that you are capable of doing the goals that you set out for yourself. So I think for most people, once they start to waver from the goals that they set for themselves, it's hard for them to get back onto it, or to trust themselves to making those goals into something that are actually a part of their being, a part of their habits. So start off small and work your way up, because once you prove yourself that you can go and do a 10-15 minute walk a day, then you can prove to yourself that you can go to the gym an hour 4 or 5 times a week. You build your way up to it, because the last thing you want to do, especially something like that where it's something how you perceive yourself, it can damage the way that you perceive yourself if you don't do it. Like, wow, I haven't gone to the gym the way that I said I wanted to, and it might make you feel bad and discouraged. So build your way up. If you start small, you're going to feel proud of being able to do the things that you said you wanted to do. So I hope that helps anybody who is struggling to set some goals or accomplish goals. And I know New Year's is coming around the corner, and a lot of people like to set goals prior to then and have the intentions of following suit for the new year. But why don't you start now and start small? So that way when the new year does roll around and you have these great goals that you want to accomplish, it's easy to accomplish because you've already been working your way up to it, versus just smacking yourself with a complete change in lifestyle that you're not used to. So thank you for listening.